You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
It all sounds like some bad movie.
I'm a realist, thank you very much.
Are you? Okay.
And I'm not depressed because I've been watching the news for the past 4 days and losing all hope in humanity. I'm depressed because I watched a Serbian film last night.
Oh, yes.
And so this is episode 38.
This is episode 38.
And this is now. Can I do a disclaimer?
Please.
Because this is what's going to be known and what's going to be called by us as the rape episode.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bad idea. It was mine, so I take full responsibility. I want to do a disclaimer right now.
Okay.
We are not shock jocks. We are not bad people.
Correct.
It is obvious, without having to be said, which is why I'm saying it, that rape is a bad thing.
Absolutely.
Personally, rape, I'm against it. I abstain from it
as well,
and I don't support it, and I don't donate monies to anyone who promotes it or does it.
Okay.
And same thing goes with grocery shopping. I do not buy any products from pro-rape companies, and I don't think anybody does. Rape is a bad thing, no matter who or what is being or doing the rape. So while this show is lighthearted,
yes,
and we do talk about these movies in jest and in fun, don't
misconstrue anything we're saying.
We have a hotline, and you can call if you think we're out of line. But honestly, I don't think we are.
And the number for that is?
I thought you knew it.
Oh, I know it.
Well, I don't have it memorized. You did.
Oh, really? Because the way you announced it last episode,
I was reading it.
But you was just so fired up about it.
That's because I have a passion, and energy.
The number
been sucked out of me by a Serbian film.
The number is 908-514-4470.
908-514-4470.
Yes.
Oh, I got it right.
And stop at that, because I hate when they read the phone number 6 times in a row.
That's why I did it.
No, well, if you listen to any terrestrial radio or satellite radio, any talk shows, they do play regular commercials to pay for the show.
Right. And they do that.
Oh, it is so fucking bad. I'm almost to the point of punching my stereo. It's a very expensive stereo, so I don't do that.
Let's keep the physical violence down to a minimum.
Okay.
So I just wanted to do that warning, because I know we have a lot of female listeners.
The whole reason
I know for a fact we have a lot of female listeners, and I just want to tell you right up front, we don't mean anything negative by this.
Of course not.
And not all the rape we'll be talking about, I'm pretty sure, is female-oriented.
At least mine isn't.
So, and we've talked about things far worse than rape.
Of course.
And no one's ever complained before.
Yeah,
so I just want to get that disclaimer out of the way.
And the whole reason we're even doing this episode is because of a fucking Serbian film.
Right.
That's why we had the idea to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
for the record,
yes,
Moviesucktastic
does not condone
or perform rape. We're firmly against it, and there's no middle ground there.
Are we done apologizing?
Yes, we're apologizing now, because I'm not apologizing after we get going.
Okay, so
welcome to the rape episode.
Welcome.
You have to say that too, so we're both on record.
Welcome to the rape episode. What did you put in my drink, Scott? What are you intending to do to me?
It's the Rohypnol.
Rohypnol.
But yes, a Serbian film.
Yes. Let's stop avoiding it.
How do we describe a Serbian film?
Well, as fucked up as it is.
Now, no spoilers for this, because we're not going to give away anything.
Okay.
I don't want to give away anything. There's one thing I am going to give away because I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay. Well, you lead the way on that then.
Well,
but as far as it's directed by, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong. His name is Serjan Spashevic.
Specific.
Okay.
Yes.
And
we'll call him Bruce.
We'll call him Sam.
And did he write it? Did he co-write it? No.
He did not.
Yeah, he co-written the screenplay right there.
No. That's another Serjan.
Serjan, right there.
Oh, I'm looking at stars.
Yes.
Anyway, yes, he co-wrote it with some guy.
Oh, and he starred in it too? That was the same guy?
No, that's a Tord.
Oh, it was a Toro.
Oh,
so the name Srdjan is very popular in Serbia.
Yes, it seems that way.
There's one vowel in that name, and it's at the end.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of names. It's just odd.
He wrote it with
My name is Scott. It's like
Alexander. I believe it's Alexander.
Alexander.
Radivojic.
You know what? We're not going to get the names right anyway, so skip them.
No, we're not.
So what?
Anyway.
So the basic plot of a Serbian film
is... Well,
is...
it opens up to a porno scene. That when that scene starts to pan out, you notice that his kid is watching it.
Okay.
Because he left the DVD out because it was one of the films he starred in. Because someone called him and said, hey, I want to meet with you.
Yeah.
So he got kind of nostalgic.
So the lead character is a retired porn star.
Correct.
Who occasionally goes back when he's low on money because, he still need to make money.
Right. Which his wife or significant other has no problem with.
Right. She's fine with that. I have to say that the opening scene, when it pulls back from the porn scene,
right,
which I thought their porn scenes were dead on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like usually when they
especially European porn,
especially when you see films and they do try to do a porn scene from a movie and you watch it, it's their idea of what a porn movie looks like.
Yeah, oh,
this movie, I've seen this porn film.
So some porno director was a consultant.
I've seen this film. I've seen this actress. I've seen the face she's making. Remember that one where she goes like this? Oh, where she does the lip thing curls yeah. I was like, I've seen her. I've seen her. I've seen that face.
Exactly.
Now, and it pulls back, and the kid's watching. It's like,
right.
How old is the kid?
10.
10 maybe at max?
Yeah.
And the kid's got this dumbstruck look on his face of like he has no idea what he's seeing and he has no idea how he's supposed to feel about it.
Right.
At the end of a Serbian film, I have the same look on my face. I'm the same. When you finish this film, you are a 10-year-old child watching pornography. This is beyond your understanding. You were just, I don't know how I honestly
don't know how to process.
I don't know how, I can't process it. I don't know how I should feel. I don't know if there's a reaction that's adequate or proper.
Yeah.
This film, it's like watching this film is like watching porn for the first time again, and it's just...
And it's wrong on so many levels.
Well,
there's a lot of things...
but I never got to the plot. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Well, just to start out with the film where they're panning in, it's like this alleyway, and it beautifully done.
And it never comes up again, does it?
It just in like real quick flashes.
No action in the film takes place in the alley later. The alley's like a representation of like...
It's where a porno scene is happening where he's having sex with a woman off of a motorcycle.
Right,
but the way they're panning in on the shot,
right,
where you see steam coming off of a pipe in the corner, and it's like a bar or something.
And what was the neon sign? Filth?
Yeah.
Filth.
Or something like that.
And he speaks English at the beginning, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck you up. Did they say fuck you up?
Yes.
He says, I'm going to fuck you up.
Yep.
And that's the film. The first thing the film says, he should have been looking at the audience, and the film just says, audience, I'm going to fuck you up.
Right. The first lines, it says, quotes, first lines, Milos, actor in pornographic film. Baby, I'm going to fuck you up.
That's the film telling us, I'm going to fuck you up.
Yes. And I think, no, you're right. I think that's why they purposely did that scene in English. Really, I think that's because it's like the rest of this film is going to fuck you up. So,
and I mean,
but there's a lot of shots in the film that are actually well done.
No, the whole movie is well shot.
It's just a well shot film.
It is not. This is not
for the content in it. You wouldn't expect it to be, as dare I say, beautiful.
I mean, dare.
It's just a beautifully shot movie.
This is not a low-budget exploitation film.
It's in the same way that A Human Centipede was essentially an art house film.
I think it was better shot than Centipede, though.
No, yes.
Yeah.
But Human Centipede was essentially an art house movie.
Yes.
It was very artistic.
Sold as
the content was...
Sold as like a cheesy horror film.
Yes. So...
But
Real hypno.
But no, a Serbian film is a very well-made film. It's a good film. It's well written.
Yes.
And it will fuck you up.
Totally will fuck you up.
Now, the basic plot is, as we were saying, this is a retired porn star who's now a father with a son, and he's short on cash, and one of his old porn star buddies comes back and says, there's this guy in town, and he's an artist. He's an artist. He's got tons of money. He wants to make...
You'll be set for life if you take his offer to make his artistic films.
But he meets the guy, and the whole gist is, you got to sign the contract, and I'll pay you, but you
can't know anything.
It's almost like Blair Witch. But an earpiece in your ear will tell you what to do, but you're gonna go into every scene blind. You're not gonna have any idea what we're filming.
Right.
Now,
and you just will do the scene, and it'll be completely spontaneous and random, and that's what they were looking for.
And I can sum up the whole film in 2 lines, or even 1 sentence.
Try it.
Our hero of the movie spends the first half of the film asking, "What am I getting myself into?" And he spends the second half of the film asking, "What did I just do?" And it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because
he gets put in these situations where
there's a switch.
He's thinking of his wife and kids, saying, "If I don't do this,
but
they will be set for life if I do this."
There's a thematic switch. The first half of the film is it's linear, and it's all just him being dragged into this. And then at the middle of the film, because you hit a point where the credibility is almost you risk credibility if you're following the action, and there's too much going on. So then at the middle of the film is I don't think I'm ruining it. I'm going to risk ruining anything, but it's a very minor spoiler.
Okay.
Halfway through the film, he's getting drawn to this, and then out of nowhere he just wakes up on his bed covered in blood, and it's like 3 days later. So what happened? Oh, what happened? And now it's turned into like Memento. Or something like that.
I was going to say Memento, but I didn't.
Which is not. It's a false equivalence.
Yeah.
But it turns into a whole. Now I need to find clues of what I actually did because I have a complete blank. I'm covered in blood and I can't find my family.
I don't know. And he does get these little instances of memory.
So now he goes. Because
the next shot is him in the bathroom pissing blood.
Yes. Yes, and that's one of the happiest scenes in the film. So the rest of the film is him like going to these locations, like, oh wait, I remember this billboard. I go here, and then like he finds the aftermath of what happened, and then he remembers what happened, and you follow his descent into sanity, not from what he's being forced to do, but what he's realizing he's done.
Yeah.
And holy shit, what has he done?
Yeah.
There's not much we can talk about. This film right now, as far as...
If we wanted to ruin this film, you would get such an in-depth review. You would fucking turn this podcast off right now.
Yeah, and for the rape episode, this is the perfect launching pad for the rape episode.
Yeah.
Because this film is a heeple rape.
Yeah.
There is just rapes galore in this film.
Everywhere. Do you want to get into the one where he's sitting in with the director... The artiste?
No, I don't, because
Okay.
that's everybody teases that. I don't want to be the want to be the asshole
because
there.
It was obviously fake, but even the thought of doing that,
what the best part is?
Fucking sickens
me. The best part is when the scene starts.
Yeah.
When the scene starts. And it's them watching.
And know it's fake from the get-go.
And basically, this is just when the guy decides he's going to quit the show. He's like, all right, you guys are getting in a weird area here. I don't want to be involved in this. It's like, no. Let me show you the direction we're going.
No. That's not what he said. He goes, let me show you real pain.
Oh, real pain, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm paraphrasing.
He goes, basically what he says is, you're the only person not getting hurt.
You're not the victim.
You're not the victim.
Let me show you a victim.
Exactly.
Let me show you a victim.
And then he shows him that video, and I'm like, what the fuck?
But paraphrasing, he's saying, this is what we're doing. This is what the goal is. And
it's a new era.
So it's them sitting in a dark room watching this like film, and once you see what's happening, you know something's going to happen. You know what it is, but you're not sure how they're going to do it. And that's the beauty of the scene. You're just like, we know we're going into a territory here we should not be going, and we know we shouldn't be here. The only question is, how far are we not supposed to be here?
Right, exactly.
And every time I thought, okay,
this is a movie that will never be shown in the United States.
Now we can talk about the fact that there's a cut version.
There is a cut version.
10 minutes, right?
Theatrically, the cut version is 95 minutes. Yeah, let me get that me just triple check that. Yes, it's 95 minutes, and that's the U.S. theatrical cut version. And not specifically the U.S. That was actually used in a few different places, because the uncut version is 104 minutes. So...
All right, now
do you know what I'm looking at it here? Do you know what the tagline for the United States is? Not all films have a happy ending. That's
America sucks.
That's the tagline.
We have the worst. What's the tagline for the original version? Is there one?
It doesn't say it.
You know what?
That's the only tagline that's there.
Outside the cinema recently, they just friends of the show, right?
Yes.
Bill and Chris.
Bill and Chris, Mr. Chris.
Recently, they reviewed Society. The Brian Usna film. I haven't listened to the episode yet. I listened to the part and I got stopped short there, so I don't know what they said about it. I remember the movie. There was I used to read British horror film magazines back in that time period.
Yep.
And American ones.
I remember.
Same poster. 2 different taglines. British tagline. It's all about fitting in. And if you know the movie about shapeshifters and
right.
It's a fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful line. It's subtle. The American tagline, you are what they eat.
Ugh.
We suck.
We do fucking suck.
Well, our advertisers
you know what?
should be stabbed in the eye.
Put in the right hands, we don't suck. But guys in suits and ties, they fucking suck.
If you're wearing a suit right now, fuck you.
Go
unless you're wearing a suit and getting paid $10 an hour, then no.
Yeah. If you're a host at a restaurant.
I hate to be elitist.
Yeah.
But
no, really. The big wig suits, the guys in the ties that say, listen.
Was it Bill Hicks used to have a skit where it's like, if you're in advertising, kill yourself. It's like, no, that's not a joke. That's seriously, kill yourself.
Yeah, but no, there's some guy in a suit with a big, I loved your description, with a big fucking board table. I'm thinking mahogany. I'm thinking teak.
Maybe a nice
I love
maple.
that. Nice,
true.
Nice maple.
Now, the tagline for this film should be, what am I just, no!
Stop! There's a pause and a stop button, right? Use it. Wait, that should be the tagline. Your DVD player has a pause and a stop. We recommend you use it.
just don't watch this film.
Yeah,
Do not watch this film.
If you're easily offended.
If the tagline for this film was "Don't watch this," I'd still be watching it.
Of course, that would only attract me to watch it.
Not all films have a happy ending.
Yeah, we fucking suck as a country. We really do.
It's almost like they're apologizing for the movie.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the remake of Funny Games.
I haven't seen it.
Me neither.
I heard it's just as bad though.
It is.
Okay.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
But the U.S. version was, from what I understand, just as bad, but it got such limited theatrical release.
Oh, because we can't take these kind of films.
No.
Now,
and then it went straight to DVD, and it's never been played on cable. You can't play it. You can't. Even on cable.
But I agree with that.
Cable is staying away from it.
I agree with that, because...
Just like this film.
This film is not for your casual audience.
Right.
But now,
even like
since you mentioned
certain Vanguard, like Cinemax always had Vanguard Cinema, they would never play that.
No. Now
they would never play.
Since you mentioned Funny Games, throughout my life, I have had these films where I've watched them, where I would say that film has traumatized me for life. I could go down the list and say Necromantic.
Yep.
Was the first one.
Saw that.
Where after it was done, it was like, I can't watch this ever again.
Yep. Well, outside the cinema, speaking of them, they did a list of movies they could only watch once, or that they will only ever watch.
Right.
Once.
I think Serbian came up like repeatedly.
Serbian King. The Serbian film was on.
I think
the
Serbian film has motivated a lot of people to talk about things they don't want to talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But so like Necromantic was on my list of films that traumatized me for life.
Yep.
Leaving Las Vegas on a more less shocking but just more like dramatic level. That's personal.
It's just
Miracle Mile, again, just on a filmmaking level. Not let me ignore those two. Necromantic.
Yep.
Funny Games.
Yes.
Those are the top 2 films where it's like, holy shit, I thought I could never be disturbed, and I am disturbed. Each time they have raised the bar on how they actually those 2 films and now a Serbian film, they renew my faith in my own humanity, because every now and then you get jaded and you get to the point where you think, you know what, I must be numb, because nothing disturbs me anymore.
Well, I thought that going into a Serbian film.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come on. How bad could this be? You know.
Yeah.
It's just, and you know what?
And
even that scene we mentioned about the room.
Yeah.
You watch that and you go, okay, you know what? That was fucked up, but I'm not traumatized. And then the film says, and then the film kind of lets you think that, okay, no, yeah, that was the worst that you're going to see. No.
Yeah. Because as the film started, I'm watching, I'm like, okay, I get what they're going, and then it gets a little more progressed into the film, and then that scene happens, and I actually just put my thumb and my index finger on my nose and went, oh God, but I wasn't traumatized. And then I saw the second half.
Well, it's literally,
and I'm like,
if this film was a joke being told by your friend, the last 15 minutes would be every 3 minutes. No, wait, it gets better.
You could bet.
No, wait, it gets better. You haven't heard anything yet. Wait. You
could bet your bottom dollar. I gave my son a huge kiss on the forehead today and gave my wife a huge hug before I left the house today. That's just. Let me tell you something.
I would like to recommend this as a date film.
It's funny. I saw doing some homework on the film. I was looking at some forum replies, and someone just wrote "fun for the whole family." It's like, wow, you morbid bastard.
Here's another tagline for you: "You'll never watch porn the same way again."
Yeah.
I don't know if this film has ruined porn for me, because I think that would be very hard to do.
Right.
I think if real life hasn't ruined porn for me, then I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely darkened it. I don't think I'll ever watch porn again without at least one scene from this film jumping in my head, going ha ha. It won't ruin it for me, but it'll be like like that fly buzzing.
No, I got you. I got you. I didn't intend on watching.
Not that I watch porn.
No, of course not. But if I was going to watch porn, I wasn't going to watch it after a Serbian film. If the mood was going to strike me, it wasn't after a Serbian film.
No, there's no mood after this film.
No.
This is.
No, I went straight to bed after this. And
I watched it late at night.
No,
and that's bad.
Yeah.
Because then you just lay in, because if you're like us, you watch it, and our listeners are like us. When you watch a film, you think about it afterwards.
Sure.
And I'm just in bed, just thinking, just rolling scenes over and over in my head again. And this is not a film you want to roll the scenes over again.
No, I mean, when we walked out of the theater, what was it, like 2 in the morning?
There's not enough soap in the world.
It was late, and when I went home, my wife was asleep, and I just told her I loved her, and then went right to sleep. And I'm like, yeah.
If you don't have a wife and a kid, this film's worse. Because if you're watching this by yourself, and then you go to bed, and then you just, there's no consolation. You're just thinking, oh, okay.
Yep.
And also, I love the fact, horrible fucking ending.
Yep.
Or when I say horrible, I mean in a good way. I mean, like it sticks with you. It's not a. I don't want to say anything. I don't even want to say anything.
No.
All I want to say is when the film ends and you're like, holy fucking shit, what did I just see? The film comes back and goes, wait.
It's worse.
It's worse. And they go, holy shit! No. And like, it's just it's. I would have to compare the ending of this film with The Mist. As far as an ending where I was like, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I mean, I'm glad they did, and I feel better knowing that there's people out there that will write a film seriously and give it a serious ending and make it ending where you're not happy with it. I apologize. I thought I turned that off.
No,
that was my phone.
You didn't.
I'm getting important messages from the coast here.
Oh, okay. You're on a list.
I'm on a list.
You're on a list.
But I'm happy there's people making films like that, but I have to compare it with The Mist as far as like the end is just, I can't believe
what I saw.
I watched a film where they had the balls to just this film is not only are there multiple rapes throughout the film.
Yes.
This film rapes you. I felt violated.
It rapes your soul.
I felt violated. I afterwards I had to find a happy space. This film was fucked on so many levels.
Yes, it was.
I can't recommend it
film
more.
Needed a rape.
I can't recommend it more. And this is a date movie.
I
told you I took a first date to see Seven.
Yes, you did. I'm not even.
I would take a first date to see Seven again instead of taking a first date to see this. I wouldn't take any woman to see this film.
I'm not even going to tell my wife I saw this movie.
No.
I'm not. I'm really not going to even tell her.
I make my parents watch movies.
Yeah.
Like Hobo with a Shotgun. I'm still trying to get them to watch that. Human Centipede. I'm still trying to get my parents to watch Human Centipede.
Good luck.
I'm not doing this one.
No.
Because I tried.
No, they will resent you.
I tried to push the envelope, but I know this is the line. You can't make your mother. I can't make my. If it was my father, I'm not going to recommend this to him.
No.
I can't.
I was actually thinking about, because my parents, they watch a lot of crappy films. And just even the idea of recommending this to them, even as a joke, they probably would never talk to me again. Mm-hmm. My father would really be unhappy.
Now
with me.
I'm going to ruin a part of the film, small part.
Okay.
This is not a major spoiler; it's a minor spoiler. So if you don't want anything ruined in the film, just fast forward 5 minutes. I'm bringing this up for a reason. 5
whole minutes.
Because I'm bringing it up for a reason. I'm not just going to mention the scene.
Okay.
Near the end, during a big climax, which I hesitate to use that word when discussing this movie. I feel so dirty now. There's a scene at the end. There's a part at the end in the penultimate scene of the movie where our hero literally takes a guy who's missing his eye and skull fucks him to death.
Yes.
I'm revealing this now, and it's shot so graphically.
Yes.
It's not implied. It's not done off camera. It's not. He's shown shoving his cock into his eye socket and
impaling his brain.
They
don't actually show that, but you know that's what happened.
Yes. Yeah, they don't go in and shot. It's not like Story of Ricky, which I want to see that shot actually.
Well, the whole thing with that, not to interrupt you real quick, his...
You don't have to get into that.
No, you don't. He's famous for being able to have maintain an erection without any stimulation.
But there's other stuff going on that makes it a moot point anyway.
Right.
So you don't have to go into that. I don't think you have to explain that.
No. Well, I was just getting into his character a little bit. That's the reason why with everything that goes on in that scene.
He's a famous porn star, too.
Let's put it this way. With everything that goes on in that scene, no one's keeping a rod.
But there was also...
this guy...
There's also drug stuff going on, too.
Yes.
So... But, I mean, yeah, he is a famous porn star, too. It wasn't just that. He was the famous Miklos, or whatever.
He was essentially...
Milos. He was
whatever.
like a
He was
famous...
the John Holmes of Serbia.
Exactly.
All right?
Yeah, right.
Let's put it that way. I mean, there's a couple of shots of him just walking, naked, and...
Oh, yeah, he also had... And it's another film with a penisless now.
Yeah.
I had to write that down.
It's like... this guy's packing.
He was okay.
Was he?
But anyway, so there's a scene where he literally skull fucks the guy to death.
Yeah.
Now, I am currently writing a vampire novel. This is
news to me.
I have a scene in my vampire novel where my character fucks a guy to death. And
okay.
I'm bringing this up for a reason. First of all,
try and get that made here.
No, not a screenplay. It's a novel.
Never mind.
Now,
try and get that published here.
Oh, you can publish anything.
I'm kidding.
No, but here's my point. My first thought was, well, now I can't use that. Because now anybody that reads this novel, if I finish it, is going to say, oh, you ripped this off from a Serbian film.
Not enough people are seeing a Serbian film.
That's my second thought.
Okay.
And then my third thought is, you know what? Serbian film is not the first film to do that.
No, it's not.
It's that skull fucking someone to death is not new.
Right.
But the scene, how it's shot, is new. The idea of taking somebody's eye socket while they're alive and impaling their brain on your erection, that's not new. That's been done before. It's been in the past. I guarantee you something similar has been written by the Marquis de Sade, which I have his complete collection. I just haven't read it. But I'm sure in the past it's happened. Never before has a film filmed it to such a graphic reality. And if you don't see the film for any other reason, see the film for the skullfuck scene.
Yeah, because you don't realize that.
And honestly, and in that scene, there's so much going on. That's not even like the worst part of the scene either.
Well, and what's interesting, the guy that got skullfucked, he's the guy in the dark room. He's in that scene. Yeah. So,
well, no, don't ruin that, because now people are going to know who he does it to. I mean,
well, as you're watching the movie, you know it's him in that scene.
Yeah,
and then later on in the movie, when he skullfucks him, it's like,
yeah, you're right. It's not that big.
He got what he fucking deserved.
You're right. It's not that.
And you don't realize he's missing the one eye because he wears sunglasses through the whole film. Then he rips off the sunglasses and then he shoves his erection right into his fucking eye socket.
But yeah, at first,
it's like that fucking prick had it coming.
That, and I also, and the other reason I tell this story,
it vindicates a skullfuck scene. How crazy is that?
Yeah, but not only did I want to get off my chest the fact that that this is not new, but it's the way it's been done. It's done so well.
I think we earned our explicit rating.
Yeah, but also, I'm probably one of the few. I'm probably in a small group of people who watched the Serbian film and at one point said, "Hey, I thought of that first." And I'm ashamed to be one of the people that watched the Serbian film and said, "Damn it! If only I had written that sooner." There's seriously something wrong with me, sir.
We still love you.
Now, unlike people have said they would never watch this film again, as much as this film traumatized me, I will watch this again. It is such a good film.
I won't.
Oh, I will.
I don't think I will.
I almost watched it again.
Because I might get caught watching it. Because I can't have that.
What are you watching? Nothing. I'm watching gay porn. Don't come in. I'm watching gay porn.
I would rather be caught watching gay porn than to have my wife or child walk in on me watching this. Anybody.
Oh, Vicar, you're in town today.
Oh, you own this movie? Yeah. No, I'm not even.
I want to box. I want.
You want the Blu-ray?
You think Criterion? I'll do an edition of this.
Criterion might actually do that.
If they do, I gotta have that. That's one of the only.
They might actually.
I don't buy DVDs anymore, but I'm still collecting Criterions.
Yeah, no, they're worth getting. I think
not all of them. Some of them.
No, not all. But
the Time Bandits one.
It sucks.
Horrible. I don't.
Sucks.
Whoever.
I still have it, and I have the Divimax version.
I got rid of the Criterion,
which is way better.
I should have kept
it. The only reason because it's worth money. That's the only reason why I still have it.
See, I got rid of it because
even though it's the shittiest version of the film, it's a It's a letterbox film in a 4:3 aspect ratio.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's basically if you put that on a widescreen TV, it looks terrible. It's stretched. It's squashed.
Right.
It's
awful. So Serbian film.
Yes.
How many bloody erections will you give a Serbian film?
Based on. Okay. Just based on the fact that it's gone somewhere no other movie has really ever gone before, I'd give it 8 out of 10 bloody erections.
But it's also a very well shot film.
It's very well shot.
Well written. And
well written. Well acted. I think a lot of subtitled films get a pass because as a person that doesn't speak the language, that does not know their mannerisms on how they speak and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't think we can, at least I can't, tell this is being poorly acted. And in an English-speaking film, you can tell right away, oh, the acting was terrible. Oh, the way they're delivering their lines are terrible. But in a foreign film, in a foreign movie, I mean, someone... I might run into someone on the street saying, yeah, the movie was good, but man, I speak the language. That movie was terribly acted. I couldn't tell.
I don't think that the acting, it's a subtle line for that difference, and I don't think the acting was that. I'm just saying
foreign films, for me anyway, I couldn't.
It's a cultural thing.
I couldn't tell you if it was poorly acted.
I understand what you're saying.
But from what I saw, it
well.
Looked to me like it was well acted.
I don't think there was enough bad acting where, again, just the fact alone that their porn scenes weren't like this kind of idealized. Their fake porn scenes looked like they just found a real porn and put him in it. I was convinced when I first saw them, because it's a brief scene, I was convinced that they had found a real porn scene and like CGI'd him into it.
Oh.
Because it was like that real. I was like, wait, that's a 70s porn film, and they just put it. No, it's actually.
And the way they shot those scenes, he could have very well actually been having sex with these women.
Yeah.
Because from what I could see, the angles that they chose, I didn't see anything around his waist to cover up the genitalia, because they do that in real movies,
right?
So that like cups and things like that to hold things back. It just looked like he might actually be having sex with these women. I think there was 2 scenes where it's definitely a prosthetic. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, there's 2 scenes.
Absolutely.
Including the skull fuck scene.
I think every scene was prosthetic, actually. I'm almost positive of that.
Every scene that you're thinking of?
Every scene that he has an erection is prosthetic. I'm almost positive.
Every scene that you see it, something bad's happening to it.
So it's got...
there's no good nudity here. Hand gestures have been made.
Scott knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not describing any of them.
Nope.
Well, remember, By the way, I give it 10 bloody erections and an emotionally disturbed child.
Okay.
But also, you mentioned we got sidetracked. There's a 10-minute less version.
Yes, there is. What the hell could they have cut?
Everything. Here's my point. And I'm going to say this. I have not seen the cut version.
No, we saw the uncut version. We were able to see
I'm
that.
telling you now, do not watch the cut version.
Yeah.
Do not watch it.
It's going to be watered down.
Whatever. I'm sure the film will have an emotional impact, even cut.
Yeah.
But it's not going to have the intended impact of completely destroying you. Destroying you. This film will destroy you on an emotional level in some way, and the cut version is not going to have that effect just because the film goes too far for a reason.
Yes.
The film shows stuff that normally would be done off screen or shaded for a reason.
Yep.
And that reason it's about porn. The backdrop of this whole film is pornography. And there's a reason why stuff is shown to a graphic detail. I might be wrong, but I cannot for the life of me think of any way you could cut the graphicness out of this film and still have the impact.
Yeah, it's not going to work as well. They'll do it. The scenes are just being cut shorter, and I guess the quote unquote end of the scene where it's so graphically violent is cut shorter as well. So if a scene is 3 minutes in length and they cut it down to a minute, you still get the entire scene, but cut so short. You're right. The impact is not there anymore.
And personally, I don't know how they.
I actually, you know what? I'll watch it a second time to see the cut version to see what they felt they needed. What they felt they needed to do.
It would feel cheap to me, and I don't know how this film even.
It would just strictly be for research purposes.
I don't even know how this film got an R rating.
It didn't. It got an NC-17. The cut version got an R.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying I don't know how they... What I'm saying is, like, remember Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer?
Actually, it doesn't list what the... you know what? I bet the cut version is still unrated.
But why cut it then?
But here's the thing. Serbian film, the uncut, is an NC-17.
Right.
Which...
It's an X.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But the thing with that is... Usually, when a film is this graphic, it doesn't even get that. It just stays unrated.
Well, because they don't see any reason to. Because usually NC-17 is still advertising death. But this is a film that's not going to get a widescreen release to begin with, so it doesn't hurt the film. The main problem with NC-17 is newspapers will not run ads for it.
I would love to see a film be hugely successful with an NC-17.
Well, you had it with an X. Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah, that's kind of and again, back then that was
Back then it was still death. You couldn't get newspapers. No,
of course. It won Best Picture.
Right.
Last Tango in Paris got an X, and that
Bring me a stick of butter.
And that got changed to an NC-17. I think it's actually an R-rated film now. I don't even think it's NC-17 anymore.
Yeah, things change.
Yeah,
but
things like Serbian film happen.
But
and it's like, you know what? Last Tango in Paris. I'd let my kid watch that before I'd let them even know that a Serbian film exists.
Well, what's a Serbian film?
NC-17. There you go.
The worst thing about a Serbian film is whenever you try to talk to somebody who's not into films and doesn't know about it, it's like a bad Abbott and Costello routine. I'm going to see a Serbian film. Which film is that? A Serbian film. Yeah, but what's the film? A Serbian film. What's the name of the film?
Yeah, right. I think it's pronounced in Serbian. I think it's pronounced Srpski film.
A Srpski film?
Srpski film.
I'm not going to use
just
that.
Just to touch on NC-17, I don't understand why it's just not NC-18. Because what it stands for is no children 17 and under. Which means you have to be 18 to see it.
Right.
So it's always been confusing to me. Because it just makes it like, okay, if you're 17 or older, you can see this movie.
I hate to plead ignorance in this, but I believe the NC stands for not consumable or not something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's no children 17 and under.
Oh, they go. Yeah, not children 17 and under.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, then what's the problem with that? Why?
I just think that from the naked, not enough of these films get released, but I think from the naked eye, someone that's, say, a 17-year-old could go to the theater and say, "1 ticket, please."
This film should be rated NC-40. I should not have seen this film. Oh, by the way, great title. Excellent title.
What, a
A Serbian film? I think it's the best title they could have had for this movie.
Yeah, what else could they have called it?
Because
there's also
the
director.
distinction.
He's making a film in Serbia, and they always refer to Serbia as a shithole.
Well,
in this movie.
in the film, they kind of say the fact that he's making it because all his films were made in America, his porn films, and they mention it in the beginning quite a bit. It's like, why is he making it here?
Right.
Why is he making a film in Serbia? So it's a Serbian. The fact that it's a Serbian film alone, is an anomaly.
Yep.
And a warning sign, and a red flag,
and a red flag, and
don't
bother.
And I love the fact that the main character in the film, like he hits, there's like red flags pop up, and he even says at a point, "Oh, you know what? All right, I'm out. I'm out." He's out before even I'm in the audience. Even I'm like, dude, do one more. How bad could it be?
He's basically he's like, if you had told me what we were doing, I would have just said no sooner.
Right. Which and then it's like, so I'm out. But like. Even if he had gone one step further, I still would have been fine.
Yeah.
So here we have a hero who's not stupid. It's like, you know what? All right, I'm definitely not gonna. I don't want to get involved in this, and it's already too late.
Yeah.
It's just. It's already too late.
Sorry, buddy.
What? 3 days have gone? What happened?
What happened? Holy fuck. So.
I mean, but then again, who of us has not woken up from 3 days of a blackout and pissed blood?
I haven't.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. But. Excellent film.
Are we done with the Serbian film?
No, because it's going to haunt us.
No, forever.
Yeah.
It just my kid will be going into college, and I'll wake up in a sweat. Serbian film.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say about it. I didn't take notes during the film because I was too traumatized.
No,
I couldn't. I think I hit a point
without giving anything away. I didn't take notes. Everything's all up here.
I hit a point where I couldn't move. I was like paralyzed. It's like if I wanted to turn this off now, I couldn't. And I don't know if I want to.
It's hard to turn it off when you're sitting in a theater. You're kind of there. You're not leaving because you paid money.
If I could walk out,
fuck.
But it's a film where if I could actually do something to stop this, like you hit a point where it's like I shouldn't be watching this. The fact that I'm still watching alone bothers me. You know what I'm saying? You hit a point where it's like I shouldn't be watching this. I should be, but I am.
Yes.
What was the film that guy walked out on in Cannes? That was that woman.
Was it a Serbian film?
No, it was Woman. It was a Jack Ketchum movie.
Oh,
The Woman, I think it's called.
Was it The Woman?
The Woman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one where you go, I can't understand why I'm watching this film. If that guy couldn't stand that movie, this film, he probably just would have just collapsed.
He would have fucking
his head would have exploded.
Burst into flames. Spontaneous combustion. Anyway, okay, we're done with the Serbian film. I think we take a quick break.
The film's not done with me, but yeah, you're right.
We'll take a quick break, and
we're going to shower off.
When we come back,
we're going to hit our rape lists.
We're going to hit our rape lists.
We're going to hit them hard.
Hit real hard.